Hey there! In this lesson, we will learn how to create rectangles. In fact, we need to learn how to work with these three functions: stroke_rect, fill_rect, and clear_rect. Rect is a shorthand of the word rectangle. So let's suppose that we want to create this rectangle that you see on the slide. To do this, we need to specify the four arguments. The first two arguments are the coordinates of the top corner of the rectangle. The third and fourth arguments relate to the width and height of the rectangle. So we need to use the function called stroke_rect. As you can see, we call this function for the context element, and the function has four arguments: x1, y1, width, and height. Let's see how it works in practice. Here's the code from the previous lesson. Let's remove these lines of the code. We should keep the first two lines. Save it. And let's check that we don't have anything on the canvas. Now, to create a rectangle, we type in ctx.stroke_rect. Let's make it 100 pixels for x and y. Let's set 400 pixels for the width and 200 pixels for the height. Save it and refresh the page. Great! The rectangle has been created. Here's the starting point with the coordinates 100 pixels for x and 100 pixels for y. The width is 400 pixels and the height is 200 pixels. Let's create a second rectangle. So we type in ctx.stroke_rect. For the starting point, we set 400 pixels for x and 200 pixels for y. The width is 400 pixels and the height is 200 pixels. Save it and let's see how it looks. Great, we've got the second rectangle. Currently, only four sides of the rectangle are in color. The rectangle itself is empty. To fill the rectangle, we need to use a function called fill_rect. Let's make this part in black. To do this, we call the function fill_rect, and now we need to specify the four arguments. The starting point is the same as the starting point of the second rectangle. That's why we type in 400 pixels for x and 200 pixels for y. Let's set 100 pixels for the width and the height. Save it and let's check it out. Great. Now let's learn the third function, which is called clear_rect. This function works similar to the eraser. Let's imagine that we want to apply the eraser to get the white square of 50 pixels by 50 pixels inside of this black rectangle. For the previous rectangle, we used this 400 pixels. Let's make it a bit larger, for example 450 pixels. Let's make it 250 pixels for y, and we set 50 pixels for the width and the height. Let's shift it to the center. We change 450 to 425, and then we change 250 to 225. As you can see, the function called clear_rect worked as the eraser, and now we have this white square. Now let's make the width and the height 550 pixels. As a result, the eraser has been applied to this part of the canvas. Now let's set 0 for x and y. Our canvas has a width of 1000 pixels and the height is 600 pixels. So let's set these values. As a result, the eraser has been applied to the whole canvas. Alright, that's all for this lesson. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.